Hello, my friends. It's me, KP. I'm here in my studio, the Moon and the Maker, home of ArtFoamies, and I'm here for ArtFoamies Fun Friday, which I can't believe. I mean, the week has just been wow. So welcome. I don't know how many of you know this, but last week on Thursday was my birthday, and so Friday we had ArtFoamies Fun Friday. Then Saturday we went out and celebrated my birthday, which was great. Had a wonderful time, a wonderful birthday, really. And then Monday morning, at like 3 in the morning, I woke up so sick. So and it's the first time I've been sick in a really long time. So I've been sort of out of commission, part of the week because I just missed all of Monday. Tuesday was sort of still a blur. And then, yeah, so I'm sort of back in the studio, but feeling a little like it's my first day back. Anyway, I want to say hi to my friends. Welcome. Thanks for coming here and spending some of your time with me, especially on a Friday evening. Jenny is here, Cecilia, Bernadette, Terry, Carissa, Jim is here, Stephanie, Christina, Lisa, Ellen, Patty. Oh my goodness, Janice, Brianna is here, Tracy from Ohio. Welcome. Did I say Christina? I hope I didn't miss you. Catherine is here. Deb Bergstrom is here. Dee Ray, nice to see you. Susan, Cheryl Nash, hello. Ginger, and I wanted to say thank you, Ginger. I got your order today. Thanks so much for that. They're already on the table. Wendy is here. Wendy, been thinking about you all week, my friend. I hope you're having a great, I should say better day, and that everything's going well. Thinking of your family. And Byron for sure. Anita, hello. Pam Shales is here. Heather, Ron, also known as Patty, Sharon, Krabby Abby. Oh my gosh, I hope I didn't miss anyone. Carissa, I see all your rainbow hearts. Thank you. That's a long list. Thanks everybody for coming. Oh my goodness, we have had, and the other thing I forgot to mention is that, remember last week we just launched Suzanne Randers from Fodder School. It has been amazing. Thank you all so much for just for the love and for being as excited as we all are. Puffer is here. Nice to have you. So anyway, it has been a crazy week to say the least. That's why I'm telling you about all this, is because we're not, doing anything too woo-woo tonight. Because, well, yes, I am feeling much better, much better. Actually, I would say today I feel pretty much back to normal, whatever that is. Anyway, so what else? I'm trying to think if I have anything else very exciting to share with you. Well, I'm going to turn the camera around. I don't have anything exactly new, but I am going to share a little ArtFoamies fun. We'll have a demo and just get a little makey if you want to. Of course, we'll play the numbers game and I'll do a little giveaway. And, we'll just hang out together. So a couple things. In my Patreon group, we have been doing stickers, okay? Talking about a lot of stickers, making stickers, because we're having a sticker swap. We like to swap stuff, swap art, and makeys. And so we're doing sticker swap right now. And so, yes, I dropped my palette today and have not yet fixed it. So I'm going to set this aside. I need to also fix my autofocus. Give me just a second. Yes, I'm feeling back to human-ish and pretty much the most normal I have felt all week long. So that's good. And it wasn't just me. Like Maxie also got sick, which was terrible timing, I have to tell you. And then Marin and Blue also. Maxie Moon is here. Yay. You're feeling better. You're feeling better, honey. I miss you. Anyway, okay, so we are going to, because we've been talking stickers, we're going to sort of make, I guess you could say, stickers. But we're going to use them for something a little bit different. Okay, one thing, and I have shared this a long time ago in my Patreon group, and we had so much fun, and I loved them so much. And since we've been doing stickers, I thought, you know what? I'm just going to come on here and I'm going to share this for a little bit of ArtFoamies fun, because so many of you also love the ArtFoamies poetry. Okay, so it's a great way to use your ArtFoamies poetry or your custom poetry words. Okay. No, Jim, no, I'm pretty sure that we all had a stomach flu, because it was over 24 hours since we all ate together. And yeah, it was just, yeah. Terry says, I spent the day making a little journal called Life Lyrics. I'm going to pick my favorite songs from each decade and write a bit. Oh, that is awesome. I love that. I have many times used, song lyrics for the basis of journal pages, but that is a great idea, Terry. So a couple things that you can do with your Art Foamy Poetry words, okay? And I thought it would just be fun to come on here and do a little makey with you all and show you how to use some of your stuff, okay? I'm going to grab a couple of my foamy poetry sets. And I will tell you, my Art Foamy Poetry sets are not yet together. It is at the top of my priority list. So hopefully within the next week, I will have, because I have been working on my studio again. I don't know how many of you know this, but I have a lot of house plants and I have to keep them in the studio when it gets cold. So I was able to move them out today and make a lot of room to sort of get myself recombobulated. And so fixing all of my Art Foamy Poetry sets, okay, is at the top of my list, making sure that no words are missing and that all of my folios are finished. So that's going to be a project I'm going to be working on, and I will show you when I'm all the way, done. But anyway, I did pull out my Mooney set, okay, and I also pulled out my I Am set. Here, okay, and then I think I just have some random ones already done, because I don't know how many of you remember or how many of you have watched Art Foamy Fun for many moons, but whenever we came out with Art Foamy Poetry sets, I would stamp them this way, okay, just so that I could have sort of a index of all the words. And so using these, I save them all. I just did them on newsprint because I do love to use my newsprint for collaging. So one of the great things about this is that I can now, I can splatter it, I can paint on it, I can use my gel plate, whatever I want to embellish it further, and then I can cut it out and make myself some little stickers, right? Or I can collage them onto things. And so I have been having a lot of fun doing that, as you can see, with a lot of the pages that I use for my Art Foamy Poetry stamping demos, okay? I also have just a couple random and not even very successful gel prints that have, again, just been laying around. So I'm going to use these, and what you're going to want is you're going to want some Jenga blocks, okay? Some Jenga blocks, and they don't have to be Jenga, the actual brand. You can get these at, like whatever, the Walmart, you can get them on the Big A, you can get them at the dollar stores. It's just block games, and you just want them. You're not going to play with them. I mean, you can if you want to. You're just going to use them and paint them. Now I have, I will tell you, I have a bunch of them already well, this one's all stained up. I do have a bunch of them painted up around here already. Let me grab some. Because I used to paint these and keep them in the studio for paint chips, okay? So if you want to sit and just take your Jenga blocks and paint them, I would use acrylic paint. Whatever acrylic paint that you happen to have laying around is great. Now, I will tell you, I have some So Flat here, and I love So Flat just because it does dry matte. It is really opaque, so you'll get good coverage in one coat. So I'm just going to go ahead and slap some paint on one real fast. Although it's not craft paint, okay, it is expensive artist quality paint, but I don't mind using a little bit of it for a craft like this because I know it's going to make quicker work of the project. I'm not going to have to put a second coat and it's going to, you know, be a lot easier. I'm not going to have to fight it. So that's why I'm splurging and using my So Flat. Plus I love this color. Can also use like chalk paint. That's great too. Chalk paint is really nice and opaque. And so, all right, I'm going to just set this aside to dry for a minute and then I'll do my ends, okay? I already have some painted, so I really didn't even need to do that part for you, but maybe I wanted that color blue. Let's see, what... Estrella, hello. Dana, nice to see you. Who was asking a question? I missed it. I'm sorry. Sometimes I just can't see all the questions. I go too fast. Oh, let's see. Oh, yes, I wanted the I Am Poetry set. Yes, it is still available. And it should be under all the other poetry sets. Okay, so here I went ahead and I pulled this one because I already have some colors that I see are going to coordinate pretty nicely. So, and actually, oh, look, I didn't paint the end of this one. So I don't have the same color. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Maybe, you know what we'll do? We'll cover it with collage. How about that? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pick whatever word that I want. Now, sometimes I will say, if you have a word that's too long, okay, get your Jenga block. Okay. And then glue it together. Okay. Paint it the same color. And then, you know what? I'm just going to do it for you instead of telling you about it. All right. I'll just paint it with this color. Also, I'm going to glue them together. I'm going to end up wrapping it. Okay. So it won't matter. I could have glued it after the fact, but you'll get the idea. All right. So here I'll glue these together. I'm going to go ahead and slap a little glue on this other part. We'll set it aside to dry. And then when you collage over the whole thing, it doesn't matter. So that is how you're going to handle a word that's too long. But what I wanted to tell you is that I love doing a whole bunch of these. You can paint them up a rainbow or whatever color whatever color combinations that you want. You can do, monochromatic if you want. You could do just pick your two favorite colors, whatever, and do them sort of coordinated. But it's really fun because you can make little sort of, I like to call them word walls, or you can make a bunch of different words and then you have them in sort of just like blocks. You can sort of build, I guess, it's like your art foamy poetry, right? So you can make little poems, you can make sentences. Of course, if you get custom words, you can, build your own custom words and sentences, right? So super fun. And also the fun thing about this is if you want to, you can do multiple colors, you can distress. So just have fun with your blocks, okay? All right, so I'm going to still set that aside. Dry. And then I'll just work on, I guess I could, you know what, I think I am going to do I am on this one, and that way everything else I do pretty much, I could do a whole I am wall with, it doesn't have to just be the words out of this set, it could be other words too, but I already have the word brave, okay? So let's go ahead, I'm going to do I am. And I'm going to use, let's see, I think I'm going to do black first. Yeah, I'm going to use a little black gesso. Just stop and say hello to anybody who's just joining us. And of course, if you have any questions, let me know. And guess what I forgot? I forgot to get a stamp or scrap buddy. So, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Carmen Jones, good evening. Nice to have you here. Let's see. I'm trying to read the comments and catch up with all of you. I can't figure out what's going on. It's okay. I'll just stay in the dark. All right, so just a little black gesso, and I am just going to pop this right on here. All right, and I'm going to blow dry because I don't want to smush it. No, Jim, I did. I do have all my frames, you know, generally like this. I just had taken this one out because I used it for something. So all my other ones, yes, I do keep them. And I recommend other people keep them because they are useful. So let me just, I'm going to stop for a second and explain what I was talking to Jim about, just in case somebody might not know. When you order ArtFoamies poetry sets, okay, they come in a frame like this, okay? So a lot of people don't necessarily keep them, okay? I highly recommend keeping them because, believe it or not, you can use these for other kind of fun things, but also it's just nice if you do keep them in folios, all right, to go ahead and keep them, you know, this way. And this is one reason why I keep the little index, the words stamped this way, is that so when I go back to put everything back together, I can figure out where the words go, right? So, oops, let's see. This is like this. So it's does kind of help you to, you know, keep things kind of in order. And I'm missing a word, obviously. Let's see. And then, yeah, I'm missing a shine. I gotta find my word shine. Anyway, okay, so now I'm gonna actually just, I am gonna cut this a little bit, okay? Not a lot though, because sometimes I like to wrap them around, and sometimes I like to just set it on there and then, you know, hold it up like that, kind of wrap it around, figure out where it's supposed to go, because I will glue this onto here. All right, tear it a little bit. And one thing I like to do, especially when I'm using like newsprint or something thin, is to then just take a little water and make myself a line, and that way I can tear it a little easier without worrying about it, okay? So now I'm gonna just take my white glue. Get that on there, and again, if you want to wrap it around, you can, but I just want to make sure I have not too much where it's going to smudge out the sides, but enough to make sure. Okay, so like so. Let me get a baby wipe. Oh, that's a great idea, Catherine. Catherine says she glued her frame into the folio. So that is nice to make sure you know, I think that's great because then you always know which way they go back in. But yeah, so if you're not going to use it for anything else, I think that's great. All right, so now you have your word glued onto your Jenga block. Maybe I didn't get it quite down far enough. Let me smush it down just a little bit more. And then what I'm going to do, once I am sure that, you know, it's all glued on there, I'm going to take my ArtFoamy file. You know, we send these sometimes to people and they always say, like, what's that file for? Is it to file my nails? I gotta find it though first. Hold on. Mine seemed to be missing. Too much cleaning in the... Oh, here they are. So your ArtFoamy file. And then it just makes such quick work of that. It's really nice because it comes right off. It sort of burnishes it to the edge and it makes such a nice clean edge. Okay, and then if you have other little stragglers, you can do that as well. And the other great thing about it is that if you want to distress this at all, okay, so if you want to have like little edges where the paint is sort of, you know, scratched away and some of your wood is showing through, or if you paint other colors, you can scratch it away and some of the other colors will show through. So then it's really fun because you can stack your words and make little, like I said, little word walls. Here, of course, again, and I got it a little bit glued, but this is ready to go. So let's go ahead and just do beautiful. And again, of course, you do not have to stamp in black. You can stamp in colors, or I think gold, or, you know, some kind of metallic would be really pretty and fun. Or of course you could do rainbow, whatever you want. Oh, Jim, you're so funny. Yeah, don't glue the words in. Lisa, nice to see you. Who else did I miss? I think somebody else. Melodine, hi, nice to have you here. All right, I'm gonna blow dry again just real quick. And you know, I think I'm gonna go ahead and I am maybe gonna overstamp in white. I don't know, just to show you. See how I did this one here? This one I did in multiple colors, and then I barely, just barely kissed the top of the word with the black. I mean, and it was kind of very light, but it worked really cute on there. So I'm going to try doing a similar thing, only I'm going to do white right over the top. So I'm cleaning that with a baby wipe. And this time I'm going to use a little white gesso. Again, only using gesso really because, well, for one, it's handy. I have it right here, nice and opaque, good coverage. So, you know, you could use white acrylic, doesn't have to be gesso. You could use a white ink, but it's not going to be quite as opaque. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, here, and I'm not trying to overstamp it perfectly. I mean, I couldn't probably even if I really tried, but I'm just going to try to offset it just a little bit. And there you have it. Looks worked out really pretty well. I'm going to give it another quick blow dry. So that works, that little sort of overstamping kissing technique will work with, you know, any two colors, and it's just really nice to do the thickness of the letters and just the size, it just works out really well. And so even if it's, you know, even if you're off by more, it still will work out. Okay, So here, and again, I don't know if this is the actual best color, but that's okay, because if I don't like it, I can always do a little distressing on the ends, right? Which I might end up doing. All right. So here, I'm just going to hold up there. Well, first I'm going to go trim this down with my chopper. I'll be right back. All right, do it again. And sometimes I don't cover the whole front of my block because I don't always necessarily want it, you know, wrapped all the way around. But if you do want the full front to be covered, then go ahead and, you know, get the glue all the way to the edges. That's really up to you and, you know, what your aesthetic and what you're doing. And again, if I want to wrap, I can do that. Okay. So I could wrap that literally all the way around. And you know what? I might do that because then it's even kind of fun to, for one, it covers up that crease, but then also I can stamp something on the back and you can mix and match that way. Heather Bailey, you're so hilarious. So you can just wrap, and then I'm going to just go ahead and get my X-Acto and slice it a little bit here because I'm going to fold it up over the top. Matter. And I'm off a little because I wrapped weirdly, but that's okay. You can do a better wrap job than me, than I. And you can probably guess I'm not that good at wrapping gifts either. All right, so you got a Jenga block wrap there. And of course, I've got some glue here. And it's a little crooked, all right. Maybe you could do a straighter job than me. That's okay, though. I don't mind. The beauty is in the imperfection. All right, and then the back, I could go ahead and stamp a word right on there if I want to. Just probably want to do it that way. So what else? What do I have in here that's another long one? Inspiring. How about that? What does this one say? Oh, powerful. Inspiring. Okay, we'll do inspiring. At least I hope to be every once in a while. Ta-da! And straighter too. All right, and so, and I do not like the color now. I mean, I love that color, but I don't like the color under here now. I'm going to blow dry. and a little white on top because I want to have it matchy matchy. Oh, I almost got it too, almost got it too good. I did not mean to overstamp it that perfectly, but shame on me. What can I say? So it's okay. I guess I could try a third time with a little more black. And then I actually do also want to take a little other color. So I think I'm going to use, yeah, probably a little my teal just to cover up. And this is so thick now. Ugh, I don't even, no, that's too thick. I need a new one. That's not even any good. Oh yeah, much better. Well, not much, but a little. So I'm just gonna smush up my ends with the teal instead, just because I do think it will look better. I can cover that too. And it's fine. I don't mind the kind of two-tone. It's actually great. So just sort of almost like distress that a little bit. You can even straighten that back up, right? Just paint right over that. And and then I will probably, you know, give it a little, like, I don't know, grunge it up, or maybe even take you know, oh gosh, what would be a good one? My is it Dino Skin? My Balzer, Julie Balzer Dino Skin, and you could do a little stamping on the ends, or just a little distressing, a little grunging up, if you will, just so it doesn't look so, you know, I don't know, even a little scuffing, a little scratching. I just like it to look a little not so, I don't know. What am I trying to say? Not so, not that it's perfect, but a little more distressed, okay? And there you have it. You can make yourself a fun little word wall. Again, really interactive. You can keep, I love keeping, I actually did have some of these stacked up on my table. And then I ended up a little at a time, I was giving them away. So I ended up only with one word. So now I can rebuild. Anyway, that is a little Art Foamy fun with your Jenga blocks and a few, you know, mixed media supplies. And then again, just to a little more fun with it, maybe I want to, oops, oh, I didn't mean to do that, but you know, get the idea. Yeah, sort of scrape that up just a bit. So there you go. I hope you love it. I had fun and I hope you did too. I see I have a new comment. I'm going to, yeah, you can paint the blocks with acrylic. That's what I did do. That was acrylic. Or yeah, let's see. Any other thoughts, questions, ideas? Yeah, Puff says Dollar Tree sometimes has mini Jenga blocks. I don't know how good the mini ones would be, but they do have like the generic, you know? So definitely, and probably a lot cheaper than an actual Jenga game, right? So who wants to play the numbers game? I will tell you what I am going to be giving away Today is, if I can find it, I had it sitting right here. Well, now I don't have it sitting here, so hold on, let me go grab it. Aha. Okay. I'm so sorry. So what I have, it's a little bit different. Okay. Yes. We'll start in just a minute, but I want to show you. I bought a whole bunch of, these Sharpie Creative markers. I had a few sets of the black and white. I had sets of the colors. I sold them all except for this set of black and white. So I am going to give it away because I want you to get your hands on these. If you don't already have them, they are great. Okay. Very different for an acrylic marker. Okay. They're water-based, which I like. And there is no pumping or priming, and they're really opaque. Super excited that Sharpie's coming out with these. So I just thought, since I had an extra, I don't want to list one set of 2 markers. So I think it'll be great to do it as a giveaway. So I'm going to write a number between 1 and 100 on this piece of paper. I'm going to give you a couple minutes. When I say go, you're going to guess a number between 1 and 100. Whoever is closest without going over will win. I only have 1 set, so if 2 people win, then we have to redo it. Or you have to wait for me to get another set. Okay, so it is now 4:38. I will give you till 4:40. I am going to call out your name so that you know that I have seen you and your number. So if I don't say your name and number, please write it again. Go ahead and go. Yes, Dana has such a good idea. She says a cheap source of paint is the mist tinted rack at Lowe's. They have little pints sometimes for really inexpensive. That's a great idea, Dana. Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness. Susan Handsome is first with 51. Stephanie Martin, 35. Sharon, 8. Patty, 82. Heather Bailey, 72. Shar, 27. Carmen, 37. Catherine, 43. Jim, 25. Ron, 58. Puff, 18. Dare B, 52. Tracy S, 74. Krabby Abby, 42. Orange Spiral, 21. Christina, 13. Cheryl Nash, 67. Jenny Maroney, 55. Janice Sigmund, 26. Cecilia, 84. Dana, 42. Pam Shales, 26. AG, 13. Melodine, 81. Monica, 75. Ginger, 11. Carissa, 13. Terry, 53. D. Ray, 22. Wendy, 21. Lisa, 13. Jim, 25. Jamie, 60. Linda Weber, 2. Bernadette, 3. Excuse me. 1 more minute. If there's anybody else that would love to guess. Okay, Bernadette was the last person with number 3. We're calling all numbers finished because it is now 4:40 and we do have a winner. Linda Weber, number 2. Yay. Thank you, Linda. Or thank you, everybody, for playing. And thank you, Linda. I know it's a silly game. Don't get me wrong. But, it's a way that we can if you think of a more fun game or a better game, let me know. It's just a way that we can do a giveaway. I won't forget. And we can interact and have a little bit of fun. All right. So, Linda Weber, congratulations. I think again, because I think you've won before. And you get the set of creative markers. And I will mail these right out to you this coming week, okay? All right, let's, okay, everybody says it's a good game. So if you're happy, I'm happy. I always feel kind of silly, but, whatever. Being silly isn't the worst thing in the world, is it? Anyway, I'm going to turn this camera around so I can say thank you to all of you again, and thanks for coming and spending time with me. I look forward to it every week, and and I hope you do too. So I will see you next week. I'm trying to think. Oh yes, it's our anniversary. I forgot. And also, I did want to talk about a couple things. I don't know how many of you know about the Mooney pop-up. So for those of you who might not know what a Mooney is, Moonies are my patrons. Okay, I have a Patreon group that we have been together, oh my gosh, together for many moons, and we still are open. So if anybody ever wants to join in, you're welcome. However, the Patreon group, we've been meeting for a while, and some of the people at the top tiers have been designing art foamies. So we are going to offer an art foamy pop-up starting in May, not the 1st of May. It's, I believe it's going to be starting, well, I don't have a calendar here. The first Friday, but don't hold me to it exactly yet. Okay. Anyway, Mooney pop-up is happening in May, and we've been working on this for a long time, so I can't wait. I hope you'll all come. Next week, we're going to be celebrating our 4th anniversary as me and Mr. Moon as owner of and Maxie as owner of Art Foamies. And so we hope that you'll come and hang out with us. We're going to be doing giveaways. I do have some fun new art foamies because I couldn't resist. So come hang out with us next week. We'll talk more about the Mooney pop-up and any other new stuff coming up and happening. We're still so grateful for Wendy and her new stamps. People are still buying them. People are still buying Wendy stamps, Danita, and of course the Fodder School Suzanne Rander's not pop-up, I say that, but Suzanne Rander's Fodder School collaboration. So anyway, thank you all so very much for coming. I hope that you will come over. If you're in my Patreon group, you can come over and hang out with us for a little while for the after party, okay? So thanks again. Have a great week and the rest of your weekend. Stay safe, stay sane, stay makey, and we'll see you real soon. Bye, everyone. Thanks again.